Kia ora, I'm Jeremy Couchman, Senior Economist at Kiwibank. Now, in a rare silver lining to the current COVID crisis, we estimate that for the first time in 8 years, a surplus of homes of around 30,000 has been produced in New Zealand. Now, we've seen a closed border, which has seen population growth plummet, and at the same time, the construction sector is ramping up the production of homes. But the 13,000 home surplus really only nibbles around the edges of the massive shortage of houses that have been produced over the last decade, which we now estimate to be around 67,000 homes, or roughly the size of a region like the Hawke's Bay. Nevertheless, the current closed border does provide us an opportunity to rebalance the market, and we think that this year and next there will be further surpluses created. And if all goes to plan, we should rebalance the market in about 3 years' time. But this will be dependent on how and when our borders reopen. We think the border will fully reopen in June 2022, and that will be dependent on the success of a vaccine rollout. The other thing that will be required will be the construction sector being able to continue to increase the pace of building that we've seen to date. Now, in the market in general, we think annual house price growth, there's enough momentum there to see it hit a peak of around 25% in the June quarter this year before it starts to pull back. We've seen affordability constraints start to bite. We've got new supply coming online, and recent policy changes targeted at the investor segment of the market, they should all combine to start pulling down house price growth, which we think will slow this year and into next year. And by the time we get to next year, will also be pulled down by an increase in mortgage rates. Now, the current policy changes that we've seen to date really only address the demand side of the market. What is still lacking and what is needed to address housing affordability are policy changes that will help supply better respond to changes in demand. We're just simply too slow in this country to respond to increases in demand and get ahead of any build-up and shortage of homes. And what will be required here is the ongoing production of new infrastructure, and also there needs to be a revamp of things like the Resource Management Act. Thank you, and talk to you next time.